Hi, it's Dave. I'm with John Feingold from Signiant, and we're going to talk about a really important new product that becomes more amazing the more you talk about it. See you in a minute.
This year's IBC coverage is brought to you by New Tech, Blackmagic Design, Signiant, and G Technology.
We're really excited here at IBC 2019 to talk about Signiant Jet. We first introduced it at NAB earlier this year, won a couple of awards. It won a Best in Show and a Product of the Year, and that really helped kind of springboard Jet with our customers and prospects. So we've got a lot of exciting customers using the product today. It's growing quickly, and we're introducing even some new capabilities here at IBC on the platform.
Now, often with this kind of product, it's very hard to see immediately what it's for, because it really sits in the back room and orchestrates, simple or complicated things. But can you give me an example of how this might be used, just to give us a feel for what the product is?
Yeah, so Signiant Jet is all about automated system-to-system workflows. But what we've done with Jet is, using our SaaS platform, is we've made it much more accessible to companies of all sizes. So Signiant is well known in the industry for automated and accelerated file movement. In fact, we move petabytes of data every day for the who's who of media. We've been doing that for more than 15 years. What Jet's really done, again, is enabled us to bring that to any size business, right? Using SaaS and using our SaaS platform that Media Shuttle is built on. So if you think about Jet, let's say I've got 2 or 3 offices. I got an office in London, an office in LA, an office in New York, and I want to make sure that all my content gets to those locations in the background. You can set up what we call Jet endpoints in those 3 locations. I drop a file in a folder in LA. In the background, it automatically will go to London and New York, and I'll get alerted if something goes wrong, and I can monitor it from a dashboard, but generally it just sits in the background and works.
So when you're setting this up, you have a choice of tasks that you can automate and set up all the configurations and parameters for that, and then essentially you just sit back and let the system take the place of your back room.
Yeah, absolutely, right. Again, yes, it's a back office thing, or a lights out. That's for lights out operations, right? So yeah, you set up the software, you configure jobs. So you say, all right, I want to run this job at 3 a.m. every night. I want to move all this content, or I want to do it in a hot folder situation. So anytime a file drops in this folder, move it, that sort of thing. But once it's set up, it just kind of runs in the background, and that's the beauty of Jet.
And one example you gave me was delivering material to cinemas, for example.
Yeah, so one of our early customers, a company called Usari Film out of Malaysia, is a DCP distribution house. So they license films from the studios, and then they have 100 cinemas around Malaysia. Prior to Jet, they were actually delivering those with armored vehicles. Obviously the studios take security very seriously, as do we. And so they were using armored vehicles. You can imagine that's very expensive and very time consuming. Now with Jet, they get a DCP in from a studio, they drop it into a folder, and it automatically distributes to all of their cinemas. They can monitor it very closely from the web, and again, if something goes wrong, they'll get alerted. But you can imagine it saves days or weeks over from what they were doing before, and orders of magnitude more cost effective. The other thing that they told us recently is it's allowed them to be more nimble. So before, when they rolled a movie out to the cinemas, if it wasn't performing well, there wasn't much they could do about it. Well, now they can be more responsive, because they can get more films out to the cinemas more quickly. So if something's not performing, they can replace it very quickly, whereas before that was a big challenge. So Jet has really transformed their business in a number of ways.
So it's more agile, it's more flexible, it's more secure,
absolutely,
and it's automated.
Yep, absolutely. That's what Jet's all about.
So how should people get in touch with you if they want to look into this?
So of course, visit our website, www.signiant.com. There's a bunch of information about Jet, and then we'd be glad to demonstrate the product, or even set up a proof of concept to prove how great it works.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, David.
This year's IBC coverage is brought to you by New Tech, Blackmagic Design, Signiant, and G Technology.